Okay, the Seven Rivers Community Tourism Initiative, I would say have started about December 2018 when I attended the International Tourism Conference at the Convention Center in Montego Bay. Speaker after speaker got up to say and complain about the Jamaican tourism product. We thought we have something so good, but here it is, the international community is saying, listen man, what you're doing in Jamaica is plantation life and slavery still. The average person in Jamaica is not benefiting from tourism. So I took my cue from there and I, know about the Seven Rivers area because I was catapulted in the area in the mid 1980s. So I lived that community of Seven Rivers. And if there's a community that is more a dormitory of Montego Bay, it's not a community in Jamaica. So the people simply come out, they go to work, they come back, they eat they have the sweetie paper, but never taste the sweetie. So my vision since then, how can we get the community to be a business? And I've spoken to people like Diana McIntyre Pike in Mandeville, who works hard in the South Coast and Treasure Beach area. And I said, well then, why can't we do something like that in this area? We have 7 rivers emptying out into the Great River. We have restaurants, we have crayfish, we have seafood town and nearby community. We have Catadupa, the home of Sam Sharp, the plantation that he worked on. Seafood town is a heritage site. In 1835, the Germans landed there. They were given complete houses. I mean, land to work on, place to live. So they were settled, unlike the average slaves. Now, but what drove me about that seafood town community was that especially German style prepared suckling pig. So they'd get this oven, they'd heat it up, open the pig, take out the entrails, fill it back with seasoned rice, and then have that thing baked for like 8 hours. And that is what you'd call finger licking good, be it COVID or not. So it sort of started there, the people. Then the people at Seven Rivers, I couldn't understand why the people did not have that tendency to want to own things for themselves. Everybody wants to get a job. And then I look back at our education system. Our education system is saying the same thing. You learn how to make an application and apply for that job. Nobody's teaching you how to own and operate a business. So going back to when I came here in the 1985-86, I said, all right, the people of the community are still great. I meet people in Montego Bay and they keep on telling you what you did for them so many years ago. And maybe pulling me over the hill, I stop at a shop in the community and somebody said, Mr. Morris. I said, good evening. He said, you're Mr. Morris, sir? So I said, yes. He said, no, sir. My mother and my grandmother talk about you, so we not see. You're Mr. Morris' son, sir? So I said, no, I'm the CM Alvin Murray. And then you think about it, the people have 3 and 4 and 5 acres of land. What can they plant? What can they grow? They operate taxis, they are hairdressers, they are bartenders, taxi operators. And I thought if I could use my little place to start driving that project. So we started Seven Rivers Attractions. Some 3 years ago, not yet off the ground, haven't earned $1 yet. But since then, it has morphed into involving the man who owns a restaurant, involving 3 or 4 more people who can provide bed and breakfast. We are gone 10 rooms. Involving an operator at Seafood Town who has put up his own oven, who is prepared to do the pig. The bartender, the barber, the hairdresser. So somebody come in want to get some, that fancy hairstyle. It is a member of our community that will provide that service.
Great.
So that's the direction that we have been heading. And we are now trying to see if we can get some funding that each business won't be competing against each other, but complementing each other while we attract our own tourists. And people want to see that this sort of living.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what we are striving towards, if we can get each business operating as a business, not begging a handout, but running their business, making money for themselves while we complement each other.